is something that used to be secret. Then it was sort of okay, and now we are getting married. I never thought this would happen in my lifetime, and neither did Blair. We are just unbelievably proud. So Christopher on the end over here is a physician that we were first starting out in Houston. Next to him is Darren. Darren and I have been best friends for over 20 years. His husband, Michael. My best friend from junior high, high school, and college, Karen D'Angelo. Over here, we've got Vance Berry, proud father and husband of Lindsay, Cody Bertolio, Lindsay, and little Wes. Michael stepped in and held it because Wes could do it, but little Wyatt just couldn't. So again, thank you here for being with us tonight.
Good evening. We all come together in celebration of love, of commitment, of friendship, of family, and of two beautiful women who are in it forever. I am truly honored to be the one standing in front of you all, people that mean so much to them, and standing in front of them, two women that mean so much to me, that couldn't have found a more perfect match. Their love for each other literally fills the space with warmth and hope. The truth is that you really don't have to have a ceremony to have a marriage. And when you think about it, the whole thing is kind of weird in a way. You're standing on a stage, looking all fancy, holding flowers, and being stared at by pretty much everyone that has meant anything to you in the past 20 years. So the question is, why do we do it? Because despite all our differences, love is what we all share. It's the great unifier. That no matter who we are, where we come from, what we believe, we know this one truth. Love is what we are doing right. That's why you both are standing here. That's why everyone is here to help celebrate this moment. We have all loved in our lifetimes, and we're reminded that the ability to love is the very best part of humanity. We have all had our own love stories. Some are short, some are long. Some are yet unwritten, while others are just getting a good part. There are chapters in all of our stories that are sad or disappointing, and others that are exciting and full of adventure. And that brings them here. A time to pause, look back, and smile at all the moments that brought them here, and a time to look ahead at all the moments that are still to come. We're here to hope with you, to support you, to be proud of you, and to remind you that love isn't only happily ever after. Love is the experience of writing your own story. It's not just one moment, not even this moment. It's every single moment. And even though this experience is so incredible, words fail us when we try to explain it. That's because love is meant to be felt, not described, and love looks different from one person to the next. But we can all agree that we know it when we see it, and we see it here today. Kim Gervin, Blair's sister, is to read.
When Blair asked me to speak, I was very honored. And I began to think about Blair, and I began to think about Susan. And I began to think about being the oldest and how you don't really think about what to do. You stand up and you walk on. Unless one time you might lose your emotional GPS, as I did. And I looked at Blair, and she gave me the great gift of perspective. And so then I knew what I would like to say. I found a reading by Greg Anderson, The 22 Non-Negotiable Laws. My hands are shaking so badly. The 22 Non-Negotiable Law of Wellness. This is the law of unconditional loving. The greatest pursuit is not good health, unsurpassed wisdom, economic surplus, political freedom, or even faith that can move mountains. It is the daily practice of the greatest of the non-negotiable law of wellness, the law of unconditional loving. I'm so sorry about my hands shaking. Unconditional, non-judgmental loving. This is our aim, life's single highest and most rewarding pursuit. The highest expression of divine design is applied love, found in relationships between people. Not the erotic love we see on television, but the love rooted in the decision to serve. It is a dynamic state of consciousness, a giving, creative flow, and harmony. It is in the acceptance of the human condition as perfectly imperfect. And it is a choice to love without regard to any conditions. No ifs are allowed in this, the greatest of laws. Thank
you. Beth Johnson, Susan's sister-in-law.
This is the way of love. 1 Corinthians chapter 13. If I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I'm a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. If I give away all I have, and I deliver up my body to be burned, but have not love, I gain nothing. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. As for prophecies, they will pass away. As for tongues, they will cease. As for knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when the perfect comes, the partial will pass away. When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I gave up childish ways. For now, we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I have been fully known. So now faith, hope, and love abide, these three. But the greatest of these is love.
Okay, now Blair is going to read her vows.
From the first moment we spoke, I knew I had to have you in my life. I was immediately drawn to amazing confidence, honesty, and passion. Your positive outlook on life and your moral compass are like no other. You are the true definition of what integrity looks like. I knew I wanted someone like you in my life who wouldn't. You're by far the most caring, loving, loyal person I've ever met. You're so beautiful both inside and out. And not only did I fall in love with you, my children fell in love with you too. Over the last 5 years we've shared together, we've experienced so much. We have laughed until our stomachs hurt. We have cried until we could cry no more. We've made new friends together. We have traveled to beautiful places together like Paris, Rome, and Tallahassee. We bought each other rings and committed ourselves to one another on the streets of Chicago. We made our first big purchase together, buying a scooter, and immediately followed it up buying a house at the beach. We have shared our love of family, friends, music, travel, tennis, and FSU football. We have created a wonderful, beautiful life together. Susan, you make me feel loved, so loved, every single minute, of every single day. I hope that I'll make you feel the same. It truly made me a better person. You've always encouraged me, gently nudging me to be independent and strong, and you keep me calm. As we stand here in front of our family and friends, I want them to know how much I admire and respect you. I make these promises to you. I promise to always try to make you laugh. I promise to never go to bed angry. I promise to try and cheer you up when I always lose. I promise to take care of you when you're sick and wipe your tears when you're sad. I promise to be patient and kind. I promise to always be your number one fan. I promise to love you completely until the end of time. I'm so happy and proud to become your wife.
Now Susan's going to read her vows, or speak her.
Blair. The minute we met, the minute we actually got to talk, there were fireworks. And the fireworks